Good morning. So I decided that with this little setup I have, I've had way too much fun. So I am going to make breakfast in real time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to saute some mushrooms and onions in this pan. I made this butter myself from heavy cream. I was going to make some sugar cookies out of it over Christmas, but I just didn't get time. So I've got about 2 pounds of butter that I'll be cooking with. I don't like to cook eggs in butter. I don't care for the discoloration, but sauteing in it is one of my favorite things. I have lard that I've rendered here for my eggs, here and here, and then this is beef tallow that I've also rendered. So this is my lard. I finished this just a couple weeks ago. And then I also have my brisket tallow. This is not really traditional. This is actually saved fat from a bunch of briskets that I trimmed this summer for a barbecue gig. I'm just gonna do this from beginning to end. I had a lot of fun, just this little silliness where I did this with some bacon. And yeah, I'm not bragging like I'm better than anybody, but that thing has 11 views right now. So I'm pretty sure I'm on the cusp of being, world famous and just really better than everybody to talk. So as this butter melts, we're just gonna let this go. And this is gonna be the longest part. I'm gonna turn this up just a touch, just to get this rendered down. I like to use a lot of butter when I saute vegetables. We're gonna be making some venison and eggs again this morning. We harvested a deer. My friend harvested a deer. I missed a bad shot this year. It was very upsetting. But since I do all the butchering and processing and my partner, I get to claim a portion of the deer. So I've got the venison actually. I've got the venison right here. I've got the top side seasoned already. I've got it dried off and achieving room temperature. Red meats should always be cooked as close to room temperature as possible. It just helps the muscle fibers relax. All right, so as my pan gets a little hot here, I'm gonna drop my mushrooms and onions into this pan. I have a title for these. I do like the fact that just a couple of people watch them. I think that's kind of funny to me. I love to cook. I love to make food around my house. It's a wonderful passion, And on top of things, it's also just a life skill. Everybody should just know how to cook. It's not that hard to cook. It's really not. So on my mushrooms and onions, I'll be using my all-purpose salt. This is a grind that I make. I do try to grind all of my own seasonings. This is about 50% kosher salt. I don't mix seasonings with iodized salt. I only use kosher salt. So this is about 50% kosher salt, about 20% black pepper, 20% coriander, and then whatever the math is remaining, it's like 5% cumin and 5% celery seed. It's all toasted, it's ground up as fine as I can possibly get it, and then the more it sits together, the more it comes together. It works really well on vegetables, it works great on eggs, and I put on a lot of stuff. I'm gonna hit a little bit there. Yeah, I've got some nerdy cooking spoons, because why not? I hope Disney doesn't sue me for these cooking spoons. Somebody bought them for me as a gift a few years ago. Now the pans are cold. This is, sauteing vegetables takes a few minutes. Cooking venison does not take all that long. I do love the smell of homemade butter when it cooks things. It's so much more rich than butter that you can buy at a store, and it's very easy to make yourself. Sincerely, just put some heavy cream in a blender and just blend the hell out of it until it turns into butter. Strain it, run it through some water. It's awesome. It tastes just so much better. It's rich. It's fantastic, and you can do so much with it. I used to when I did catering, I used to make a dessert out of it in the summertime. I would do these catering events, and a lot of companies would want desserts, and it's not easy to provide desserts in an outside environment that work at all. I mean, cakes, yeah, but your frosting makes. And so one year my partner and I, we made some butter, and we sweetened it with a bunch of honey and cinnamon just to experiment. Then we put it on some pound cake with some fruit, and it turned out amazing. And what we learned was that butter, when you made it, put it in a little cooler or whatever, it lasted and it stayed in almost an ice cream consistency up until about 95 degrees outside. And it was delicious, man. It was really one of the best things that I've ever accidentally made. I don't make a ton of butter anymore since I'm no longer in that business, but it is something that I like to get a lot of use out of. I'm gonna get my cast iron turned on here and keep this at about medium heat. Let it going. If you're watching this and you know anything about tallow, maybe drop a comment in the section and let me know how to get that grittiness out of it. When I get regular suet, and I do suet and I turn that into tallow, I'll actually turn that and I use that in for skin cream, cooking candles, and a lot of different stuff. And it doesn't have this grittiness to it. When I'm using fat that comes off of chunks of meat, it gets this grittiness to it, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. I've tried this stuff I strained 7 or 8 different times. I cooked it and cooled it a bunch, and it'll still separate and it gets this grittiness, but it puts on just this awesome beef flavor. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you have not lived until you have fried a potato in beef fat. It is life-changingly delicious. And I love to fry as much red meat as I can in beef tallow, just because from what I read on the internet, so we all know it's true, it's just better for you. It has a lot more nutrients, and really whatever you can get away with or you can believe. I'm sure in about 5 or 6 years they'll tell you that it's gonna kill you completely. But for right now, I love the flavor that it adds to absolutely everything. Just so good. So if you get an opportunity to make your own brisket tallow or buy your own beef fat, whatever it might be, use it, cook with it, because it's awesome. And this summer, my daughters and I did a couple of events, and this stuff here, I think I reduced about 90 pounds of fat. Ran it through my grinder, and I rendered it all, and it took me like 2 or 3 days to actually get it all complete. But I think I have about 6 gallons of it, and it is stupid expensive to buy at a store, but it's really cheap to make on your own. It's just time consuming as all. So I got that. Feel for a little bit of warmth above my pan. I like to make sure that my red meat goes in when a pan is warm. I don't like to hit cold pan. I like to go warm pan, but never super hot. I don't like to hit it. I like to bring it up to temperature and cook it. And venison is such a thin and non-fatty meat anyway that it's only really going to cook for about 2 minutes on each side. Hey, sweetheart, do you want to cut our avocado? Fantastic. Come on over here. Sweetheart, here you go. The girls love to cook with me. I don't really put them on camera all that much. My 9-year-old did some promo videos for us that are also on the channel. And if you are still watching this, man, awesome. You are 9 minutes into a breakfast video that I just decided to throw on. Please drop a like and subscribe on this. Like I said, I'm not bragging like I'm better than anybody, but I've got like 28 followers right now, so I think the next step is like a Bentley. I'm not 100% how monetization works, but I think I'm about to get super rich, just saying. All right, we're gonna get all of our other pans going right here. I like to cook my eggs on medium-low heat, just because my daughter and most everybody else doesn't like crispy eggs. So I like to cook them just lightly. So I've got one single egg pan right there to use for my girl's egg, and then this one is mine. I love the smell of frying mushrooms and onions. So good. Turn this down a little bit. Drop the remaining butter that I put in here earlier. I want to cool this pan off. And also just add some more flavor again. Yeah, is it perfect? No, but you know what? This is my breakfast. It's my house. Do the same thing in your house. Cook the way you want because it's your food. And it's a really wonderful thing to do. Just cook the way you feel like cooking. It's awesome. I don't like to get everything really overly done. I like my mushrooms and onions to be cooked thoroughly, but I don't need them really any more done where I've got this nice buttered crisp that I've going on the outside. So this is really hot right now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take these completely off and let them just cook in their own dish in hot butter. Sit them here on the side. And then that's just where they're gonna sit, right there. I'm gonna pull this pan right here, bring it up here, shut off my back burner, set that right there. My pan's good now. What happened to my avocado?
I totally didn't almost cut myself again.
Well, thank goodness for that. You almost lost that one finger yesterday. I mean.
Yeah, I almost sliced it off.
Oh, jeez. I'm lucky I wasn't watching.
I'm okay.
All right, so obviously when we start this, we want to make sure we're seasoning side down. Since these are a little thicker, we're gonna cook these for 2 minutes on each side, maybe 90 seconds. Sprinkle the top. This is my brisket seasoning. This is a combination of about 13 different things. And honestly, accidentally, I found out it is awesome on wild game. One of the best things that I think that there is. So we're gonna drop our eggs in here. Obviously pull the shell out. This one? You should probably stop working that if you're gonna cut a finger.
I didn't cut myself, Dad.
Oh, okay.
I dropped me avocado.
Oh, you dropped your avocado.
I dropped me avocado. I did almost cut off my finger yesterday. We're not going to talk about that, though.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. A little bit of all-purpose salt on our eggs. We're going to cook this. This has now been cooking here. When you get this one little piece of deer hair off here.
Deer hair.
Deer
Don't want to
hair.
eat deer hair.
Don't want to eat any deer hair.
Hair.
Usually I do have a local person that I buy my eggs from. They're actually less than they are at the grocery store. But I just haven't had the time to do that. But otherwise, everything that you're seeing here was sourced by me or created by me. And it's, you know, it's nothing you may or may not want to do. It doesn't matter to me. Make your food the way you want to make your food. Live your life and just make delicious food. Share it with your family. Share it with your friends, because that's really what food is all about. Food is about life. There's our 2 minutes. So we're going to give this another 2 minutes. Flip our egg. Let's see if I can get this on camera one time. Got it there. Love the float created by a nice layer of oil. There we go. And again, I like to cook my eggs on medium low. So usually on a pan, a number 4 if you've got an electric stove like most people. I'll put this out here. The avocado work for my 9-year-old. So if you're still watching this, man, thank you. That's really awesome. I appreciate it. If you do watch this, please drop a like a comment, put a comment in there. Tell me it's stupid. Tell me you like it. Tell me the other things you'd like to see cooked. I will just cook things from beginning to end as slow as possible. It doesn't really matter to me. This is just a little setup that I bought for fun, and I figured I'd make some videos. And if people like them, and if I can help other people learn how to do things, that's something I really enjoy doing. So breakfast is about done here. Give this egg one more flip just for something to do. Check it out. That's how I love to do eggs. Things are, really get them crisp around the edge. My daughters really don't like that. I'm gonna keep this going. We're gonna drop this on her plate. There you go. That's our 4 minutes. I'm gonna take this. These are gonna be about a perfect medium rare right now. Both of my girls are big wild game fan. They love venison. They're savages just like their father. Basically, if I could get away with it, I would walk this through a warm room and eat it. Because I am a savage. End of the day, it's just how I am. So I turn the burner off. Gotta add one more flip over here. There we go. And that's it. That is breakfast from beginning to end. Shut all the burners out. Seriously, if you watch this thing from beginning to end, kudos to you. Awesome. Please just drop a comment. Let me know, because this is it's simple cooking. I'm nothing fancy in any way, shape, or form. My food is delicious. It's unique, but at the end of the day, I am not a professional in the kitchen anymore. And I really don't care about presentation. What I care about is flavor, goodness, just the sharing of something that I love to do. Thank you very much for watching. Please drop a like, drop a subscribe, add a comment. Drop an LOL on it, I really don't care. Add something, let me know there's people out there in the world. Thank you, have a beautiful day, and Happy New Year to you.